Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gita Mary and today I thought I wanted to sit down. It's Sunday, but you're seeing this on a Monday. Today I wanted to have a nice little quiet chat with you guys and talk about some of the more recent sustainability, zero waste successes that I've had and some of the compromises, or if you will, failures that I've had. Even when we are trying to constantly improve ourselves and constantly be better, being sustainable isn't always the same, and what you're able to do and what you can differs so much in everyday life because you need room for yourself in order to exist in a sustainable space. Here are some things that I recently experienced that I count as sustainability successes or sustainability wins, and some things that I consider failures, mistakes, or just, life being realistic, but that isn't the most ideal. Anyway, this is not to shame myself or anyone else that does this. It's simply just to say shit happens. First of all, and this I definitely count as a big win. So every time I need to buy something that isn't, food related, I go towards thrift shops and secondhand shops to see if I can find it there. And I've been successful at finding kitchen equipment, tools to fix my house. I've found nails and screws and all these types of things. And I've been looking for more sewing gear and sewing equipment, both to fix my clothes, but also to sew patches onto my battle vest because I have more concerts to attend in the autumn and I want to be up to date with how my vest is looking. And generally just it's super convenient to have sewing equipment when you advocate for repairing your clothing. And I recently just had a dress that broke on me. So I've been looking for sewing gear in thrift shops and I recently just hit the absolute jackpot. I found a little box. I paid less than £1 for it and it has thread, it has needles, it had a small pair of scissors, it had everything, and I didn't have to go out and buy anything from new. And it's just so satisfying when you experience finding these things without having to buy them from new, and often you end up finding really good quality this way. I guess this is an older sewing kit, so the quality of these things is just absolutely amazing and I cannot wait to use it. I visit thrift stores and secondhand shops quite often, and sometimes you're tempted to buy something, or you find something that you really want that you didn't expect finding, and that you just sort of, the impulse purchasing vibes of thrift shops is real because you never know what's there. So when you look for something specific and you actually find it, oh my goodness, it's just the most satisfying feeling ever. So I definitely count that as a big zero waste win. A recent mistake that I made recently though, or a mistake implies unintentionality, and I did this very much on purpose. But I got my nails done, and I've gotten my nails done, I think since I started my zero waste journey, I've had my nails done with this time 3 times in total. It's over the course of 7 years, almost 8 years. And for the longest time, I didn't use nail polish. I used nail polish basically every single day when I was in high school, and then I stopped wearing nail polish. But recently, actually I had these nails done for the Barbie movie. They're very Barbie-esque, I know, but I love the look of black long nails. I feel like a witch. And I had this just really bad day. I felt so overwhelmed. I have so many things going on, and some of them are amazing and some of them are related to things that I cannot control, that is just really stressful. And I just wanted to do something nice for myself. I didn't want to cut my hair because that just screams crisis mode. I had my nails done and I love it so much. It's a luxury that I allow myself every once in a while, but nail polish isn't exactly the most sustainable product in the world. And it really also isn't necessary, but then again, lots of things aren't necessary. And I think it's up to the individual to find out or to discover what kind of unnecessary service or product satisfy them or makes them a little bit more happy in everyday life. Some people feel that way about other types of beauty treatments, games, products, etc. And I feel something about certain types of treatments and products. We all do, and it's okay to not reduce our existence to only the bare minimum, the most necessary things. A year ago I started getting into hydroponics. Now if you don't know what hydroponics is, it's basically soilless growth of plants and herbs and vegetables. So you don't use soil, but you use water with a nutrient base in it. And I've had a little hydroponic system going on and off for a year basically. And a couple of months ago, I had this huge basil, right? It was so amazing. And pests got into it and I could see the pests spreading to some of my other plants. I was talking to some of my friends about it and we had to discard all the plants that the pests had gotten into. It was awful. I was so sad about it. But recently I got new basil that started growing. First I didn't think it was going to take, but now they are starting to sprout and grow. And the thing is, when this is actually working, no pests, but when it's actually working, I can continue these strands of basil forever and ever and ever and have basically a continuous supply of fresh basil, and I use it in my kitchen so often. And when you buy supermarket basil, first of all, there's the packaging, there's the plastic, there is the it's grown in greenhouses, which has a huge carbon footprint, but they also cram so many small plants into this one pot, which makes it designed to wilt and to die. But when you have individual strands with the proper amount of spacing in between them, they can last for so long and they're so durable and they can withstand so much. And finally it's working in my kitchen window again. So I'm very excited about that. Now I don't have to buy supermarket basil in order to have fresh basil. Okay, continuing with the zero waste fails that's related to beauty. For many years, many years, I have been using a zero waste mascara or different types of zero waste mascara products. When I started out my journey, I made my own with ash or like charcoal and aloe vera, and the first one I made was with petroleum jelly, which is insane. It's a fun experiment. Then I started to look into products that were kind of zero waste related to mascara. You get like the little solid mascara with the little wand and then you can put it on. Also fine. I just had, I think it's like half a year ago, I decided to purchase a mascara. Dun dun dun. So before just going out and buying any type of mascara, I researched what was available to me and what brands are doing a really good job. I ended up finding one from, I think it's called Anna Marie Berlin, and it is a German brand, if I'm not mistaken. They don't test on animals. They have amazing formulas, great ingredients, and it's produced overall really well. I decided to say heck it with this little plastic container because I really wanted another type of mascara feel on my face. So that was one of the compromises I made recently. All my other products are still pretty much all plastic free. I just really wanted something else for mascara. Now this I definitely count as a big zero waste win, but I was invited to one of my friends' parents' house and they have this huge garden with carrots and potatoes and berries and peas and just so much different stuff. They told me that I could join for the weekend and that I could use things in this garden because his parent didn't really use any of the things that they grew. I got to raid this local garden completely and made a 3-course dinner menu based on whatever was in this garden, and it was just the best food. But we had a baguette with vegan cream cheese and then pickled beets from the garden on top, a little bit of walnuts and then fresh chives from the garden as well. Beautiful. The main course was a homemade tortellini. I love making pasta from scratch, you guys know this. Inside we put a potato filling with tons of nutmeg. It was just so filling and so delicious. Turned this over in a pea sauce, also made with peas from the garden. And we also had glazed carrots on top from the garden as well. It was just perfect, and the carrots had the best little bite to them, but they were still really soft and caramelized up. Perfect. For dessert we had a classic Danish dish, which is like an apple cake, we call this. Not really a cake, it's more like a crumble trifle kind of thing, but also with apples from the garden and then a plant-based whipped cream and a cinnamon crumble. It was just so good. When it comes to sustainability fails, one of the things that I've allowed myself to slack on when it comes to plastic and packaging is takeout. Now when I feel great, now when I have tons of energy, I have no problem whatsoever going down to restaurants and takeout places with my own container, asking them to give the food to me in my own container to reduce waste. Not a problem. But when I'm sick or hungover, I don't want to leave my house, so I order the takeout via an app, and then I get the packaging that the place uses. And the great thing is most burger places in Aalborg have a vegan burger option at this point. They primarily use the Beyond Beef, which I think is perfectly fine. I love it. I think it's amazing. I know there are mixed opinions on that, but I like it. And it came in its disposable little wrapper with the plastic lining and everything, and I was just like, you know what, heck it. It's so rare. I think I'll be good. But I think it's important to talk about that, even though I show often that I go out to take out places and I get my food in my little container, that doesn't always happen. So transparency. And just the last little fail, which I don't think is a fail. It's also not little, but it's definitely not a fail. But I had to go to the hospital. I've talked about this for a while. I don't want to get into the more specifics of why. I was in a lot of pain and I didn't know why, and they had to examine why I was in a lot of pain. But the pain went away. I was really nauseous and I was kind of scared there was something really serious. It really wasn't, but we're just monitoring and figuring out what's going on. But the bottom line is that I'm okay and everything's fine. But I had to get some medication and I had a lot of tests that I needed to go through, and that all came with a lot of plastic. And even though I don't feel bad about it, because obviously it's my health, I kind of need to be alive to be sustainable. Because I've been in this lifestyle for so long, I immediately saw all of these tiny bits of plastic everywhere. I just registered them and just thought, you know what? It's perfectly good. It's fine, you guys. But I count it as a zero waste fail in the sense that now I get to talk a little bit about it and try to normalize that. And the amount of responses I've gotten from talking about the fact that this is okay has been so overwhelming, from people feeling alone when they've been in the hospital because it's been so removed from the sustainability space. Has been really concerning, honestly, that we feel so badly about taking care of ourselves, and we really shouldn't. So if you need treatment, surgery, medication, don't feel bad about it for a second, then do something else. Then do what you can do. That's literally all we can ask of ourselves. Anyway, that's gonna be the last time I talk about this hospital experience. Now it's done. Let me know what your most recent zero waste fails or successes have been, whatever you want to focus on. I always want to focus more on the successes because every little bit absolutely fucking counts. And for me personally, all of these small things that I do that I count as successes not only improve my individual carbon footprint, they also make my life so much better. Like, they improve my quality of life. So that's why I want to focus on them the most. Anyway, let me know what you've experienced recently, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. Leave me a big thumbs up if you did, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take really good care of yourselves. Until next time, bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste contents, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!